Oh, my love, my darling, I've hungered for your touch a long, lonely time. Time goes by so slowly, and time can do so much for you. Still mine, I need your love. I need your love. God, sweet love to me. Lonely rivers flow to the sea, to the open arms of the sea. Lonely rivers cry, wait for me, wait for me. I'll be coming home, wait for me, for my love, my darling, I've hungered for your touch a long, long time. I need your love. I need your love. God, speed your love to
In 1947, a young Elvis Presley turned 12 years old and was singing with his musical hero, Mississippi Slim. And little did we know that same year, Elvis's biggest fan was born and remained his fan until her dying day. Good afternoon, my name is Leora and I welcome you to this service of farewell. As we come together as family and friends to celebrate the life, the love and the memory of Valmai Marie Howard-Osborne, or Val as she was affectionately known, whose greatness was not measured in terms of fame or wealth, but in strength of heart and spirit. Sadly, Val departed us in this life on Sunday the 5th of June, aged 75. The death of someone we dearly love, someone we have shared the best part of our lives with, can sometimes seem too much to bear. The pain of grief and the sense of loss is immense and often overwhelming. Val had a good and varied life. In the short time we have here today, we can barely scratch the surface. But I hope when you leave here this afternoon, you will do so with the real sense of having shared in something special. Something special for a dearly loved wife, mum, mother-in-law, grandmother, great-grandmother, sister, sister-in-law, aunt and friend. On behalf of Alex, Todd and Kirsty, Jay and Tanya, Elizabeth and their families, I thank you for your presence here today, united in strength and love. When someone is taken from us, we're not always comfortable with words and phrases that point towards a celebration of life. But hidden in all the pain and sorrow that we feel, there is undeniably something to celebrate. We can celebrate the fact that we have known Val. We were privileged and honoured to have known her and watched her deal with her illness with such dignity, bravery and positivity. Her life has been distressingly shortened, but we can take comfort in the knowledge that in the time she had, she lived joyfully and made a difference to our world. The catastrophe of death cannot be altered, but it can be transformed by love. I now invite Val's niece Jodie to come forward and share with us the eulogy.
That's what it's going to take. Hi everyone, I'm Jodie. For those of you who don't know me, I'm Bob and Pan's daughter and Auntie Val's niece. Today I'll be speaking on behalf of the family and my family as well in our tribute to Auntie Val. So let's get started. Valmai Marie Buncombe was born on the 7th of January 1947. 20 minutes after my mum, something she never lived down. In my auntie's words at my mum's funeral, she said, "From that day onward, you have been by my side, not only physically, but more so connected with thoughts and feelings. We've shared so much, such a loving household with parents who loved us beyond measure, and a loving and sometimes annoying brother, Uncle Larry. To say we were blessed would be an understatement. Growing up, Mum and Val were inseparable, spending their childhood and adult years together as sisters and best friends. We cousins would joke about the Twin Express because this bond that they had was pretty unexplainable. Information never remained secret for very long. You couldn't tell one something without the other knowing, or they just kind of knew. It's hard to explain. I'll give you an example. I remember visiting my dad one weekend, and unbeknown to Auntie Val, Mum was making the trip up for a surprise visit. The phone rang, and it was Auntie Val. She said, "I just feel like I need to talk to Pam." I said, "Oh, actually, she's just gone to the shop. She'll be back soon. I'll get her to call you." And it wasn't soon after that she actually arrived at Auntie Val's doorstep. So weird stuff like that happened all the time. Meeting Uncle Alex was as unconventional as Auntie Val was. She attended his brother's wedding. They hit it off pretty well. And then 6 weeks later, they got married in the army barracks in probably the shortest dress I have ever seen in my life. Very different to my mum. Uncle Alex mentioned that they decided to elope because my mum and dad were getting married that year, and they didn't want to take the day away from mum and dad. She was always thinking about things like that when it came to mum. Uncle Alex will tell you that Auntie Val did nothing by halves. She didn't suffer fools and always stood up for those that she loved. She may have been responsible for dumping a guy on his ass one day when he picked a fight with Uncle Alex, but I can't confirm or deny that because I don't even think I was born. My memories of Auntie Val was that she was fierce, independent, outspoken, funny. A spade was a spade. If you didn't like it, her response was tough. Does that remind you of anyone else in the family? Sometimes it's like looking in a mirror. I think that I was probably more like Auntie Val temperament-wise than I was Mum. Yeah, definitely. Yeah, that's the truth. Mum would actually call me Val in her later years when she had dementia because we all looked so similar. So I'd go, "Ma, it's me." "No, it's Val." "Righto, I'll take that." As I've said to you, Auntie Val was actually super, super proud of the boys, the people that you've become, and the lives that you've made for yourselves. She melted when the grandkids came along and happily shared them with my mum, Nana Pam. She was very, very protective of her family and would go to any lengths to keep them safe. Todd told me a story about when he and some friends took the Datsun for a drive and they got stuck in the forest, might have gotten bogged, and had to walk to the local phone box to try and phone someone to come and get them. And when he went home, he told Auntie Val about it. And the next day, a Brambles crane arrived at the front door to take him to go get his car. Nothing by halves, that's for sure. Never did anything by half measures. Auntie Val was an extremist who loved to break away from tradition. Getting married 6 weeks after meeting somebody in a miniskirt certainly is testament to that. Uncle Alex called her his pocket rocket, and only this week told me she was the most beautiful thing. I have memories of lots of laughs in the house, listening to Elvis, singing along at the highest volume. There were also lots and lots of tricks that went on with the twins. Jay told me a story that he used to think that his mum was always around, when in actual fact it probably wasn't his mum that was around, it was Auntie Pam. They were so similar growing up. I remember getting them confused all the time until they spoke, then you knew which one was which. Yeah. Jay also shared a memory with me this week of when he was at school. He was in trouble quite a bit at school, Jay was. Just a little bit. One of his teachers asked him if they should contact his mum about his behaviour, and Jay's response was to giggle and say to himself, "Fuck yeah, you can tell her that you're picking on me. This should be fun. She's going to tear you a new one. Let's give her a call." We all know that Auntie Val loved to drink and could pretty much drink all of us kids under the table at any time growing up. I do recall waking up with a mighty hangover at the hands of trying to keep up with Auntie Val. I also remember the matching Monaros and the Monaro Club and going to all the speedways and all that fun stuff growing up, and I still love Monaro cars to this day. This year marks 52 years that Uncle Alex and Auntie Val would have been together. Who knew that a 6-week courtship would lead to 52 years together? And she didn't kill you. I mean, she tried a few times. She'll always be your pocket rocket, Uncle Alex. Unfortunately, it's time for her to be with Mum, Dad and Drew, because I know that, Mum will be really happy to see her because they would be driving her nuts by now. Yeah. The Twin Express has left the station for the very last time. Fly high, Auntie Val. Mum will be so pleased to see you. R.I.P. We'll see you on the flip side, Auntie Val. Make sure you have a drink waiting for us, and Elvis is playing. Much love from us all. And as Auntie Val would say, love ya.
Thanks, Jodie. I can see why they said you were the right person for that job today. And I've just got a little message here from Alex. I would like to convey my sincere thanks to my foster son Grant and his family for looking after Val for the past year, taking her to hospital for tests and putting her up at their place. Also, big thanks to my granddaughter Charlie for looking after Val at the Prince Charles Hospital. Thank you. An opportunity is now available if anybody would like to come forward and share in a tribute. That's the first, everyone's speechless. It's all been said by the sounds of it. You can look through the whole world and there is no one like Val. But she still lives on in our memories, and though no longer a visible part of our lives, she still remains a member of our family and of our circle through the influence she has had on us and the special part she played in our lives. We are going to pause for a moment now to reflect on the special memories each of you have as we watch this photo tribute.
Hello, darkness, my old friend. I've come to talk with you again, because a vision softly creeping left its seeds while I was sleeping, and the vision that was planted in my brain still remains within the sound of silence. In restless dreams I walked alone, narrow streets of cobblestone, neath the halo of a street lamp. I turned my collar to the cold and damp, when my eyes were stabbed by the flash of a neon light that split touch the sound of silence. And in the naked light I saw 10,000 people, maybe more. People talking without speaking. People hearing without listening. People writing songs and voices never shared. And no one dared disturb the sound of silence. Fool said I, you do not know. Silence like a cancer grows. Hear my words that I might teach you. Take my arms that I might reach you. But my words, like silent raindrops, fell and echoed in the wells of silence. And the people bowed and prayed to the neon god they made. And the sign flashed out its warning, and the words that it was forming. And the sign said the words of the prophets are written on the subway walls, in tenement halls, and whispered in the sound of silence.
Hey, does it ever make you wonder what's on my mind? I was only ever running back to your side. I never cried, I just watched my life go by. It's just a pack of lies, 'cause you're leaving me behind. Why? After this long, is there nothing I'll keep? Oh, I can shout, you'll pretend you're falling asleep. I live a lie, yeah, believing that you're mine. It's just a waste of time, 'cause you're leaving me behind. Hey, there's not a cloud in the sky. It's as blue as your goodbye. And I thought that it would rain on a day like today. Hey, there's not a cloud in sight. It's as blue as your blue goodbye. And I thought that it would rain the day you went away. Does it ever make you wonder what's on my mind? Ooh, yeah. I was only ever running back to your side. Hey, there's not a cloud in the sky. It's as blue as your goodbye. And I thought that it would rain on a day like today. Hey, there's not a cloud in sight. It's as blue as your blue goodbye. And I thought that it would rain the day you went away. He's on the buses and the aeroplanes with some groceries and a sleeping bag.
You're welcome. It is an important day when we gather together to honour a life and mourn a death. Time stands still for just a moment as we stand here to acknowledge that someone has touched our lives, has left an imprint on our hearts, and that our souls are eternally changed. Val may have left this life, but her spirit and her living made a difference and will continue to do so as long as each of you remember her in your hearts and carry the lessons of her life with you. You now are the representatives and the ambassadors of Val's legacy. She gave you wonderful gifts of kindness, graciousness, strength, acceptance, and love. She showed you how to live with challenges and struggles and how to survive. While not every moment was easy and not every memory etched in gold, in the final analysis, Val gave to each of you every inch of what she had to offer. She never held back, and she always tried to give it her all. You are her future and her memories. Be kind and patient with one another and allow each one of your family to experience grief in the way that fits them best. In the words of Washington Irving, there is a sacredness in tears. They are not the mark of weakness, but of power. They speak more eloquently than 10,000 tongues. They are messengers of overwhelming grief and unspeakable love. Accept your tears and expressions of loss. I'm now going to invite the family to come forward and place some flowers on the coffin as their sign of love and farewell to Val, followed by anybody else who wishes to do so.
I believe for every drop the rain falls, a flower grows. I believe that somewhere in the darkest night a candle glows. I believe for everyone who goes astray, someone will come to show the way. I believe of the storm's smallest prayer, and she'll be heard. I believe someone in the grave somewhere hears every word. Every time I hear newborn baby cry, or touch a leaf, or see the sky, then I know why I believe. I believe. Every time I hear newborn baby cry, or touch a leaf, or see the sky, then I know I believe. I believe.
We now come to the committal. Those of you who can, would you please stand? Tenderly, lovingly and reverently, we commit the spirit and body of Valmai Marie Howard-Osborne to a more peaceful place. We give thanks for her life and for her 75 years of love, friendship and memories. We now say farewell and may you rest in peace. Thank you, Val, for the good times. Thank you for your hard work. Thank you for your love and laughter, and thank you for being you. You have filled your niche and accomplished your tasks. You leave this world a richer place than you found it. With great respect, we bid you a final farewell. Val, may you leave lasting, loving memories of your life with us all, and may you rest peacefully. Thank you. You may be seated. To conclude, I would like to share with you a poem titled, Waiting in the Light. When you wake up tomorrow and grief takes your breath away, know that I watch over you and walk with you each day. Though unseen, I stay close by. We're never far apart. The love we shared gives testament to all that's in your heart. I see the way you struggle now to hold your head up high. I'm proud of you because I know how very hard you try. I wish that I could hold you close and ease the pain you feel. I want so much to talk to you and promise that you'll heal. One day you will see me again, once more within your sight. I'll be right here to walk you in. I'm waiting in the light. We are profoundly glad that Val lived. We're glad that we saw her face and felt the glow of her friendship and love. We cherish the memory of her words and deeds and character. Carrying her safe in our hearts, let us now proceed from this place in comfort and in peace, assured that even in this time of loss and sorrow, life remains precious and good. May we also on this day rekindle in our hearts an appreciation for the gifts of life and other people. Let us honour Val's life by living ourselves more nobly and loving in the days ahead. On conclusion of the service, you are all invited to join the family in light refreshments and a further sharing of memories at the Lamington Hotel. As you return to the routines of your lives, go in love, and may an abiding peace go with you. I ask you all to please be upstanding as the family leaves the chapel. No, you don't want to stand.
I sit and wait. Does an angel contemplate my fate? And do they know the places where we go when we're gray and old? 'Cause I have been told that salvation lets their wings unfold. So when I'm lying in my bed, thoughts running through my head, and I feel that love is dead, I'm loving angels instead. And through it, oh, she offers me protection, a lot of love and affection, whether I'm right or wrong, and down the waterfall, wherever it may take me, I know that life won't break me. When I come to call, she won't forsake me. I'm loving angels instead. When I'm feeling weak and my pain walks down a one-way street, I look above and I know I'll always be blessed with love. And as the feeling grows, she breathes flesh to my bones. Oh, when love is dead, I'm loving angels instead. And through it, oh, she offers me protection, a lot of love and affection, whether I'm right or wrong, and down the waterfall, wherever it may take me, I know that life won't break me. When I come to call, she won't forsake me. I'm loving angels instead. And through it, oh, she offers me protection, a lot of love and affection, whether I'm right or wrong, and down the waterfall, wherever it may take me, I know that life won't break me. When I come to call, she won't forsake me. I'm loving angels instead.